what does it matter to you? How will it directly affect your life? Will our country really fall apart because of it? To answer these questions, you must know what it is. This it is gay marriage. Well, now that you know what it is, you will probably have some thoughts and opinions on the topic. As a matter of fact, most Americans have varied thoughts and opinions about the legalization of gay marriage. While a great number of Americans have fought tirelessly in pursuit of making positive strides toward the federal legalization of marriage between same-sex couples, a great number has also fought vigorously against that pursuit. However, according to recent polls, the majority of Americans seem to be in favor of a nationwide marriage equality law. I am, myself, proudly one of these supporters. Despite this apparent increase of support, the road to same-sex marriage legalization has not been without its bumps and turns. Back in May 1970, two University of Minnesota students, Richard Baker and James McConnell, bravely went to the Hennepin County District Courthouse and applied for a marriage license. However, because both of the applicants were male, their application was denied. Even though Baker and McConnell were a loving and devoted couple, and even though there was no law in the state of Minnesota indicating that same-sex couples cannot get married, they were still denied their application for marriage by not only the district court and the state Supreme Court, but when brought to the United States Supreme Court, the appeal was once again denied. The lawsuits that Baker and McConnell brought against the state of Minnesota led to the Minnesota Supreme Court ruling that the institution of marriage as a union of man and woman. This ruling might possibly have been what caused the state of Maryland to quickly include in its family law code the words, "Only a marriage between man and woman is valid in this state," when it became the first state to pass a statute banning marriage between same-sex couples. These rulings seem completely unfair because they not only take away the natural rights of the people living in the states of Minnesota and Maryland, but they also prevent two people who are devoted to each other from sharing a legal union of love with one another. Now, does it seem fair to you that two people who love one another should be kept from getting married just because of who they are? Imagine how it would feel if you could not legally marry the person you loved. Even though their sexual orientation may be different from yours, how will marriage between same-sex couples directly affect your marriage or love? An argument that is often made is that gay marriage takes away from the true meaning of marriage, a union between a man and a woman, just because it says so in a document written a very long time ago. Since these two states' rulings, many changes have been made within other states, some adding new laws to prevent same-sex marriage, and some states writing new laws allowing progress toward the goal of marriage equality to be made. One of these latter states was Massachusetts. Though the road for marriage equality in Massachusetts was a long one, it finally led to a victory for same-sex couples. Beginning in the 1970s, a bill that was approved by the state Senate 22-13 prohibited discrimination against homosexuals in employment, housing, credit, and public accommodations. Ultimately, May 17, 2004 was a celebratory day in American history. Groups such as Mass Equality and GLAAD, Gay and Lesbian Advocates and Defenders, were advocates of something that would mean a huge step forward in American equality, legalizing same-sex marriage in the state of Massachusetts. Since this legalization, Massachusetts had the lowest divorce rate in the country as of 2008. It actually declined 21% between 2003 and 2008. Also, due to the studies from the William Institute at the University of California at Los Angeles School of Law, an increase of $111 million in the Commonwealth over 4.5 years was due to the increase of wedding-related expenditures by same-sex couples, which positively impacted Massachusetts' economy. These statistics suggest that perhaps legalizing same-sex marriage in Massachusetts has not only helped economically, but has also helped keep families together. Doesn't an increase in economy and family unity make sense, not just for Massachusetts, but for all states in America? It sure makes sense to me and many others, considering that as of November 20th, 2013, gay marriage has been legalized in 16 states, plus the District of Columbia. Now, who in this world truly has the right to decide who can love whom? Who has the right to say that love can only be between man and woman? If two people are fortunate enough to find each other, love each other, and want to live their lives as a family together, then our churches, our government, and the bigots of this country need to get over themselves, take a deep breath, and realize that love is love, regardless of skin color, religious beliefs, or sexual orientation. We need to legalize not just within individual states, but our entire nation, the right for people to marry whom they choose and enjoy the benefits that all married couples should enjoy.